Right guys, welcome back. Okay, so what we're going to do this week is I'm doing it on a new computer rather than with the phone because I wanted to do a few extra bits with you today. So I have that much liquid left in my pen. I've used this pen for 4 doses. So I've done the normal thing, you turn the lever and off you go. But it's left quite a bit in there. Now I think that you leave that in as because you have to prime your pen. So you do 2 clicks, you push when the needle on, you push the plunger at the bottom and it just squirts a little bit out, and it's just to make sure there's no air in there. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to have a go at the 5th dose because these are not cheap. Okay, I'll put my code up there today for you. Mounjaro from MedExpress is currently £149.99 in the UK. You can then use my code up there and you get £40 off your first month. Takes it down to £109, and then you pay £2 or £3 for your postage to make sure it gets to you quickly and safely. Now I will recommend MedExpress. I've got another pen in the fridge, a 5. I'll go into more detail about that in a minute. I'm not sure I'm going to go up. New on the channel, go back a few videos because this is number 4. Everybody's talking about like the magic dose. I know, looking at this, because there's lines on here that tells you exactly how much you've used, and what's left in the pen is roughly a full dose. Now I'm not too fussed about going up to number 5 at the moment because I'm actually feeling I'm rocking it. I've got loads of energy. I'm not hungry. I'm struggling to reach 800 calories a day because I will tell you my weight loss at the end. I'm not struggling. I'm not having that food awareness sort of constantly going down my ear. I'm not snacking. So I'm going to be staying on the 2.5, I think. And I think there's this is only a 2.5 strength, so I'm hoping that that's going to be a full dose. But I also have a 5 in the fridge, and we'll talk more about that next week because I know that if I start struggling and if all of a sudden I start sort of wanting to eat all the furniture, then I'm going to dip into that 5 pen, but I'm not going to take a full dose. I'm going to go with half doses. Again, try and stay with a 2.5. It's a little bit different because obviously it's a higher strength. So you don't put twice as much liquid in with a 5. You put the same amount of liquid in, but it's a higher strength. So it's a little bit more expensive. So if I stay on the 2.5, the chances are my 5 pen could last me 2 months. Anyway, we'll just go there. That's going to be another video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how a lot of people are getting their hands on this. Because what happens when you hit your 4th dose, when you've plunged, it goes back to 0. See the 0 down there? But the thing is, it won't move. Look, it won't go anywhere because obviously it's not meant to. You're supposed to do your 4 doses and that's it. Now I'm not a doctor. Please do not even think about sort of, oh, Jackie said. No, this is just my journey with this stuff. So what I'm going to show you now, there's 2 ways of doing that. One of them is trying to do it via the pen. Might not work, we'll see. And the other one is I got a pack of needles. There's one of them. It's got a nice juicy cap on the end so you don't prick yourself. So that you would take out of the red plunger at the bottom before you put the needle on, withdraw the liquid, see what you get and stick it in yourself. I'll make it sound so easy, but if I have to use that. So I'm going to show you how a lot of people are not wasting that very end part of the pen. Some will have more left than others. You're not going to be 100% sure of how much you've got. But at the end of the day, once you've done a month on 2.5, you're kind of expected to go up. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just listen to what my body's telling me, and if I'm happy and I'm not craving and my appetite's the same, I'm full the same, I'm not sort of wanting to, like I say, eat my arm, then I'm going to stay. I'm not going to entertain going higher, but I did automatically panic and thought, oh God, I need to get the 5 now because I'm going to sort of be wanting eating furniture and I don't want to be getting down that road. Let's see how we can get this out. Now the knack is basically you just turn this as hard as you can until that plunger, until this comes up again. All right, so I might have to cover it up, so it might not work. Okay, not very strong, you know. Okay, it's not going to work, is it? Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. So I'll go. Okay. Oh, I've done it. So I've twisted it and now it's coming out. Look. See it coming out? So I'm going to just take it all the way up to 1. It might not work, but now it's at 1. That's where you go when you're getting a dose. You twist it all the way till you see 1 in that bar. Okay. Now I put a needle on. Ta-da! Oh, it was wet, so there's bits coming out. So you just prime it a little bit. And you see that? Let's put it next to my top so you can see it. There we go. You see that? So the liquid's coming out. There is no air left in there. So I'm going to show you an injection. Show you how easy it is. And it is nothing to be frightened of. Now, I think I did that arm last time. Or did I do that arm? No, I did that arm last time. I'm going to alternate my arms. It's just easy. So all you do... I've got my wipe. I did the thingy at the end. I'm just... Okay, let's take this down a little bit. There we go. So I'm just going to look away. All you're doing is... You can feel a little prick there, but you just push it in and then watch that go down. So it's pushed in. So as I push it in now, I can see that plunger going down. And I'll just leave it there for a couple of seconds. Now it didn't go all the way to 0. I'll show you in a minute. Just leave it for a few seconds and then take it out. Look, I've never injected myself before this. You can see on there. Let's bring you back up again. Now, can you see where it is there? So I tried to go further in, so I can't go any further than that, but you can see it's not quite, it should have the 0 when you're starting, so that's just going to be under the 2.5, which I'm okay with. Seriously, I'm good. And obviously when you're finished, put your cap back on there and off you go. So I didn't have to use that. So if I was going to use that, I would, let me show you the cap at the end. I'll do one for you. Can you see that little cap there? It's just a cork. So what we'd do, no, wrong end, is I would take, there's my needle. I get these from Amazon. All the links are down below in the video now. Links for the magnesium, the needles, the fibre gel, anyway, it's all there. So now the needle is longer and just slightly bigger, but it's honestly, I mean, that looks huge on there. It's not that big, it's tiny, and you don't push it all the way in. You would just push maybe half of it in. So you'd put that in your, see that? If I can do this. So it's just cork at the end. So you'd push it in there and you just pull the liquid out through that. There is actually a little bit left. And then pull it out. So you will be able to see. I need to take that. Can you see where it's? No, can you see where it's moving here? And I'll just show you. Let me catch it with some. I don't want it all over my keyboard. Ready? There it is. Squirting out. Can you see it? It's gone now. There was only a little bit left. So even when you're doing it this way, you're still not going to capture the very, very, very remnants. So that worked. So don't waste your 5th dose. You know, I took the air out, I primed it, did all the rest of it, make sure there's no air in it. Now that is completely empty. I can't go back or forward on this now, so that pen is now dead. Oh, I can go back. So this is your, when you start off, that 0 should be on the main line in there, and what you do is you push it, you click it twice, you push that in just to make sure with your needle on that the liquid's going to squirt out there. So it's prime, there's no air in it. Give it a little bit of a flick, and then you go all the way to you find number 1 in your window. Can you see it there? So that means that that plunger, can you see what's happened there? That plunger is separated there. That's your plunger. That's going to push the liquid forward, and that's behind your plunger, and that's pushing the plunger down. Now that's obviously where it was before I injected it. So what you do is you just push it. It goes slow. This is when it's in your arm, and it should go all the way back. Now my pen's broke now, so that's dead. There you go. Right, what have I done with that needle? Oh, show us. Oh, it's there. I forgot last time to do this, but when you've used your pen, put the needle cap back on just to hold it in place, and then that goes in. You should get a needle box. It's brilliant. So anyway, I'm going to bin this one. I need to put that back on. I don't want to prick myself. This is Mounjaro. That was your 5th dose. I am on week 4. I've currently lost 1 stone, 3 pounds in 3 weeks. Can you believe it? That's blinking amazing. I said I would talk about, go and have a look at my other videos. If you're thinking about this, go and have a look at the other videos. Just gives you a really, really good idea of what to expect, what's coming up. I know there's some fear around injecting. That's why I wanted to do it again today. But go and have a look, because it goes through my ups and downs of the last 3 weeks. So this is week 4. Excuse me. I will share my weight loss with you in a minute. Can you tell I've got a smile on my face? But in the meantime, I wanted to share with you this week exercise and apps. Now, I'm not sure if I can show you all the apps, because I don't want to be really revealing my actual weight. But one of the biggest apps that my friend got me on, thank you Pam, was something called Nutritech. So what Nutritech is you put your weight in, you put all your details in. You can't see anything on there, so don't go looking. My weight is not revealed on, is it? No, it's not. And what you do, what the beauty of this one is, if you've got a barcode there, you click on that, you go anywhere, any shop, 99% of the time, something will come up. It will give you get to choose what columns you want here. You can either have the fibre, there's all the different ones you can have, you see. So if your fibre is really important, you can do that. Your sugar, your carbs, your fat, your protein, that's huge on Mounjaro, but also your calories as well. Those bottom ones, see the colours there? My goal should have been that's just automatically set by Nutritech. I'm struggling to reach 700 calories. That's me for the day, 692. That's why I'm losing weight. I've got calorie deficient. But what you'll see, there is a breakfast on there as well. I'm using the protein works. I'm going to do something on that next week, and some fresh fruit. Let me put it this way, right? Before I started my diet, I was probably under 1,000 calories. It wasn't clean. It was full of additives, sugars, carbs, all the nonsense stuff that you eat, you don't think about. Go and have a latte, all that stuff. I wasn't eating. I was probably eating a lot less than what I'm eating now. I wasn't a big eater, but it was the wrong stuff. Now I feel 100% better. My energy is like right up there because the food I'm eating is cleaner. So I'm having things, I've just discovered I like avocados. Who knew? But I'm eating things that there is no carbs in there. There's carbs in bits of fruit and veg and all the rest of it. So don't think you're not getting any carbs, because you are. This tells you. This is the beauty of this. You can create meals, you can create favourites, so you don't have to keep putting the same one in and out. You've got a situation here where you're eating clean and you are careful because you're eating far less than you did before, and you should be. If you're one of these that haven't changed anything since you went on Mounjaro, you cannot eat the same way. It's as simple as that. You can't. your body will fight it. You've been given a medicine and it's a tool to help you lose weight. You have to still put the work in. It's not one of these that you can just, I'll just pop this magic pill and, oh, look, I'm like 3 stone lighter. No, it doesn't work like that. You still got to put the work in. So you do have to start really paying attention to what you're eating. And because you're putting such little in, because you can have 3 mouthfuls or something and you're like, oh my God, I'm so full, I can't eat anymore. It's like you've had a full-blown meal. You've got to listen to your body when you get to that stage. I mean, we all know what it's like. We're fat for a reason. There's gluttony, when you're eating something, you just really enjoy it. I thought, I'm going to be sick of it, but no, keep going. This actually is a different mindset. It's weird. It's like you can't go any further. So it does get that brain sort of going to think that you don't need it as well, where before, that's why we're all fat, we would ignore that part of our brain and just carry on eating and would end up having way too many calories for the energy that we burn. So when you get to Mounjaro, you need to be really aware of what you're eating, that food awareness of what you're eating. So there's minimal amounts going in because you're struggling to eat. So you have to make sure that stuff that's going in is good stuff. I'm 59, I'm 60 next year, and I'm going to be in a situation where my body's just going to be failing left, right and centre if I eat. And that comes with clean eating. Your protein is huge. The big one with the protein is there's some calories in it, obviously, but the protein is feeding your muscles. When you start losing a lot of weight, your muscles are just going to go like wobbly jelly. And guess what? This is when you see these horrible pictures of people that have lost 8 stone and they've got like 8 stone of skin that they can't, do anything with. So you've got to feed those muscles because the calorie, your energy is going to be burning that muscle as well. So protein, it has to be high on protein. Your fibre has to be in place. Now, I've mastered this one and I will go into more detail in another video, but I was struggling with my number 2s on week 2, ironically enough. And I've managed to sort that. I have a fibre gel in the morning for a drink. I take magnesium citrate, a big capsule in the morning, and I drink as much as I can, usually about 2 litres, if not 3. Depends. I'm not a drinker, never have been. A little bit like the exercise. No. Anyway, so that's got sorted, but you've got to eat clean. Eat clean, you're going to have a more enjoyable experience. You'll start to re-educate yourself. And this starts with something like Nutricheck. Now, this is a doozy. I only realised this into week 3. I can't show you because it's got my weight on. Basically, I've got a set of scales. I've been using them forever. I got really confused with these scales, and I'll tell you now that I'm not a stupid person, but I couldn't work it out. Sometimes I'm talking about before Mounjaro, and I've realised since Mounjaro, as I'm going through Mounjaro, what had happened. The scales I've got, they're called InSmart. Again, there's a link down below in the description. These scales, it looks like kilograms, stones and pounds. Okay, so you automatically go to stones, don't you? And then I realised, well, God, about a year ago, and I thought, there's no 12, 13 and 14, 11, 12, 13 and 14 on my stones. Never came up. Well, I'd suddenly jumped like £5 overnight. Weight loss, so I wasn't complaining, but I couldn't work it out. Anyway, be careful with these scales if you're buying these Bluetooth ones, which is what these are, because be careful if you start missing those numbers. Those stone calibration you've got on your scales will be dividing by 10, not 14. So you've got to use a bit of a calculator on your phone. It gets so confusing. Anyway, long story short, that was about a year ago. But it dawned on me, and Bluetooth on my scales. Oh my God, the day I downloaded it all and had a look, it gave me all this information. I'm not going to show you because it's got my weight on. It's got viscera, BM, bone, prot, fat, body, subcut, lean body, body skeleton, standard, BMI, body fat, muscle mass. A bit obsessed when you're getting, 4 weeks in, I'm losing a lot of weight, and you get a little bit obsessed of oh, how's it working? Now, the other one I've done, now I daren't press this one while I'm on here, because you have to take a photograph in your nearly next to nothings, because what it does, it will scan your body. It's called Me 360. I haven't got I'm not registered with this. I didn't sign up for anything. I'm not going to show you that because it's just a fat lady in it. There it is. Oh, it's gone again. So basically what it does, you've got to set your phone up. You've got to stand in a certain place, stand with your arms out, and off you go, and it will scan you. And I'm just going to share with you what the information I got. Body fat, chest. These are measurements. How accurate, I'm not sure. Body fat, chest, stomach, waist, hip, left bicep, left forearm, right forearm, left thigh, left calf, body surface area, lean body mass, and that's just the high detail. So what's the low detail? Oh, that's just body fat. So you can see what I wish I'd done it at the beginning. I'd lost already about a stone when I did this, and I wish I'd done it right at the beginning, but I know I've lost inches. Now, one of the big things is I've yet to come to a place where I've maintained, or I've lost, or I've put on, or anything, thankfully, but I know that you will get to a place where that muscle and fat ratio starts changing. And if I don't be aware of my measurements and keep an eye on it, I could be really disheartened one week if, say, I maintain. I do see a lot of people out there saying they've maintained, why have I maintained for the last 3 months? But then have you checked your measurements? Have you checked to see if you've lost inches? So it's all, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but it's all to do with this muscle and fat ratio. When your glucose levels are down and you're losing your weight and you're calorie deficient, that means that, you less calories than you're burning energy. Something happens. So that's why I did that one. And the last one I've got, and it, I hate computers and gadgets and gizmos, is I've got the Google Fit. So I've got these smartwatches, but can I hook it up to all the other apps? No. And I've also got Samsung Health. But they're the two main ones. The InSmart, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Just don't freak out if you suddenly wake up in the morning, you find out you've lost £6. You haven't. It's just the scales will only go up to, like, if you're 11 stone 1 in the morning, and then the next day you weigh again and you're 10 stone 9, don't think you've lost all that weight. You haven't. It's down to it being divided by 10 rather than 14 ratio. So it's caught loads of people out. But yeah, NutriCheck. Why should you count calories? You want to know where you're going wrong. If you're not losing weight, or if everybody else seems to be losing weight around you and you're not, have you ever counted calories? In that, you're not doing the work, by the way, NutriCheck are doing it. Just scan everything, because you're probably going to get a bit of a shock when you suddenly realise, okay, I'm going to scan everything for the next week and see where I'm up to. You're going to get shocked when you are really honest and put those genuine weights in, genuine measurements. It's very good because it will say, is it 1 slice or 1 cube or 1 sausage? Or so you do get those options in NutriCheck. Be honest. You've been kidding yourself for years. That's why we're fat. So now is the time to be honest, guys. You've got to be honest with yourself. Look at what you're stuffing in your mouth. I'm not going to say you shouldn't be eating your 12 calories. I try. Every day I try 1,200 calories. I just can't get anywhere near that. So I do the next best thing, which is everything I put in my mouth. It's either protein or fibre, or your fruit and veg, but not much of it. I just have a lot of protein because I'm very aware, and water. You've got to be honest with yourself. If you're not, then you need to go back to square one. Why are you on Mounjaro if you're not being honest with yourself and spending 150 quid a month on this stuff, unless you've got the code up there? By the way, that's 40 quid off on your first one. Then stop wasting your money. Don't. But if you want to get in this and start really losing weight, says the expert who's been on it 4 weeks, I'm going to tell you in a minute what I've lost, then be honest. Just be honest with yourself. Stop kidding yourself. Get on board with it properly. You know what properly is. And that's not hiding from the numbers, not hiding from, I had 2 things I didn't put in my thing, I've not added the milk, I didn't add that olive oil I put in the pan before I did my mushrooms. You know how this works. We're not fat for a reason. We're fat because we kid ourselves. So be honest, get sorted. Just get checking it and you will start learning. And that's where the re-education comes in, because guys, there's going to be a point we're going to have to give this up, because I can't afford all this money, you know, every month. I'm hoping they come out with a maintenance dose by the time I've lost my 20 stone. We are going to come off it at the end, and the last thing you want to do is still be craving stuff, still be trying to eat the same stuff and making yourself sick with the side effects, or just not learn anything. If nothing else, this Mounjaro has taught me how little I need to eat, as long as it's the good stuff. So basically, I've probably halved my calories since I've been on Mounjaro from where I used to eat before. And I didn't think I ate a lot before, but they were empty, crappy calories, the kind of calories that are doing your body no favour. These are good. So I've changed it. So it's not quantity, it's quality you're looking for. Anyway, enough about the food. I'm actually also, if I can find it, I will put a picture up here. I'm just starting an ebook for the first 4 weeks, and I will show you the content here, and it'll just give you a rough idea what's going to be in the ebook. I'm not sure I'm going to sell it to you, if it's going to be on Etsy or anything, but if anybody's interested, some of my YouTubers, if you want a copy, I'm going to be doing a discounted price. Not sure of all the numbers yet, but yeah, that's probably going to be done in the next week or so, because I've got so much to share. This is like a miracle drug. Anyway, shut up, Jackie. We're going to now go on to the exercise. I do not exercise. I swim a lot because I've got joint issues. I've got back issues. I've got all kinds of issues. So I can't and I'm sorry, I'm not the one to just be pounding away and think it's wonderful. You know, I've all the endorphins running through my body. No, I feel like I'm dying when I get on anywhere near a gym, or, you know, that's why I'm so big. So what I have done is I am part of a club that has a swimming pool, an jacuzzi and a steam room and a sauna. And yes, I might go sometimes and just use the last 3 and not even do a swim, but it also has a gym upstairs. So I thought, you know what, like I say, you can't kid yourself anymore. You can't hide behind anything. And this is working. So aren't I stupid if I don't take advantage of it? So I went upstairs. I got another little quick induction. All I wanted to know, I know I've had 3 inductions. See? We try over the years, but all I wanted to know was about strength training and resistance training. Let me just quickly explain if you don't understand. Because we potentially could be losing muscle and everything's going to collapse, you're going to be weak, you're going to have no strength, and you're going to have a lot of saggy skin. Once I'm destined to, you know, be quite a few stone lighter now. I'm absolutely positive I'm going to be there. Positive thinking, by the way, is another good one. But I don't want to get all that big saggy skin, because I can't afford to go and have it done in Yugoslavia or wherever it is they're going at the moment. But I know I'm not going to go under the knife unless it's a life and death situation. So I went in and I said, right, look, I'm losing weight quite quickly. I know I need to do something about my muscles. And she was brilliant. She's only a young girl, but she said, yes, what I'd done the previous 2 times I'd been is I'd gone in. Now I remembered somewhere that you do 3 sets of 10. So I went in and I went on thinking I need to be able to do 30 of these, so I'll go on the lightest. So there I did. I plugged my thing in and I'm just happily doing my lightest, you know, and I thought, yeah, I can do 30 of these. I'll get into the 30 and I was like, okay, yeah, my arms are a bit tired now. So anyway, that's all wrong. I was doing it all wrong. She said to me, you need to be really, really struggling to get 10. I was like, what? Okay. So then she picks up these huge dumbbells. I said, I can't lift that. She said, just try it. Anyway, she watched me and forced me and bullied me into doing 10. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be dying tomorrow. I didn't like her at that moment in time. I'd never lifted anything that heavy. I mean, we lift things up the stairs and, you know, because we have to. It's, you know, it's different, isn't it? But, oh my God, I thought I was going to die. And there's other people in the gym and I was so embarrassed. And I'm like, oh, freaking hell, this is not good. And maybe I shouldn't have done this induction after all. But you know what? Afterwards, I did it. I was shaking. I was like this. There's sweat coming down everywhere. My heart, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I said, have you got any defib? You do know where the defib is, don't you? I am so unfit, and I'm sure if you're here, there's a possibility you're crazily unfit as well. Or you could be a runner. Well, I doubt it. Why would you be on Mounjaro if you're a runner? You're not going to have an ounce of fat on you. But yeah, so I'm sure there's lots of people that are in the same boat. I took the bull by the horns. Saying that, I only did the gym. I've done it 4 times now because I could go and have that jacuzzi and that swim. I need payback. So that's the way to go. And she just gave me a bit of a workout where I did my shoulders, my arms, my bingo wings, my back. And I maybe, if I get braver, I have taken a little bit of a video when there was nobody in. It was really quick and yeah, I couldn't balance it. But yeah, I don't know how good it is. I'll have a look at it. If it's any good, I'll put a half a second clip up here because it's not nice to look at. Seriously, I'm sort of all shapes and fat and all the rest of it. But what I'm trying to explain is I've got some dumbbells at home. When I'm watching TV or I'm just about to go to work, I just lift like 5 that are really heavy. And I think, okay, it's got to be doing some good. I know I need to get into a proper routine. So where you can, fit it in. Forget cardio. Cardio is good to get the heart going. Of course it is. And our heart needs to be healthy. Of course it is. But as far as I'm concerned, I can't do cardio because I am too big to do cardio. It hurts. So that will come later. I do carry on with my swimming. I'm doing about 10 minutes in the pool, nice vigorous breaststroke and front crawl. That's my cardio. That my joints can cope with that. But what I really want you to do is just start something. Even if you've got a bottle and you're just doing that with a bottle. Just start it. So we're getting to that point where I'm going to share my weight with you. Now, before I do, I just want to say, stop comparing, okay? I'm different to you, you're different to me, your body's different, my glucose is different to yours. We're different, okay? So metabolic rate, that's what was the word I was looking for. We are all different. We have different genes. We are from different parents. We all are made different. You've got to get on a positive note, stay on your unique journey. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. Yes, it sucks when you see somebody who's lost 1.5 stone in 4 weeks. Oh yeah, I lost 3.5 pounds. It sucks if you're not losing that weight or you're just not sort of shifting anything. There is still things you can do, okay? Check your calories. Examine it with a fine-tooth comb what you're eating. Try and start lifting your tin of beans or your water bottle heavy. Get heavy. The grandkids or the kids or your husband. Just start, as far as you can. Just go for it. Stay focused on your meds. It will come to a place. Mine started early. I've had a 11 pound weight loss, 2 pound, 3 pounds, something like that. And I've just had a 3.5 pounds. So I'm at just 0.5 pound short of 1.5 stone. I've just rounded it up. What's 0.5 pound? It's just a big toilet thing, isn't it? Anyway, so that's my week. That's my week. So let us know in the comments where you're up to. If you're struggling, I'm no expert, but I'm 4 weeks in. So if you've not started this journey, don't forget the code. If you go to Med Express, that's where I've got mine from. All the links are down below. The links for do not forget your magnesium citrate and your fibre gel and your protein and your water. Seriously, if anything else, get those things down you. Massive improvement. I think that was 1 week I only lost 2 pounds because I needed those things. Don't want to go into too much detail. So there is my week 4 update. Now I'm putting this on my main computer because I'm going to attempt to show you some bits and pieces. Whether I'm brave enough it's going to be video, you just have to, you'll know at this point if it was a bit of a video of me jumping around this big beach whale in the gym. But hey, I'm going to let you know how I go on next week because I'm I think I've had just under the 2.5. If anything, I probably think I've had 2 milligrams rather than 2.5, but I still have my 5 in the fridge. Now, just very quickly, the dose is the strength, not the liquid. Just remember that. So you're not going to get a bigger pen. You're not pushing more fluid into your body. No, it doesn't work like that. It's the strength. So what I'm going to work out next week, I think it's just going to be half the clicks, 30 clicks instead of 60. I'm going to, if I need to, before next week when it's due, if I start having the cravings, I'm going to have half of 5 milligram, because I don't think, I'm happy on the 2.5. It's working. Yep, £3.5 down, guys. Let us know how you're getting on. I'd love to know, find out where you're up to, how you're doing, and get your pictures on those Facebook pages. It's brilliant. I love that. I spend, you know, lots of time sort of scrolling all those. It's a long way off for me yet, because I'm a little bit shy, a bit body shy, like you are. I even struggled to find a fat photograph because I just hide and run when the camera comes out. Anyway, it's been lovely chatting to you, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Look after yourselves, stay healthy, and give us a shout if you're interested in all this and you just want to sort of have a little bit of a conversation. So I'll see you again soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.